Pretty impressive start from Devin. How special was that?
Just a lot of strikes. It is, I mean, for a kid who's from South Florida and certainly pitching in these conditions and just attacking the strike zone and doing it pitch after pitch, it was just a really good job.
6 straight strikeouts to start a career. Have you ever seen that before?
I don't recall, but I think from his vantage point, he's just being aggressive to the mitt with a couple of pitches, and that was the difference. I mean, it's not an easy day to hit. It's not an easy day to pitch, but he took advantage of that just by getting to the zone.
His fastball's maybe 88, 91. It's not that special in terms of velocity, but it seemed like they had trouble doing anything with it. What makes that a good pitch?
Well, I think our hitters have trouble with it too. I mean, it spins well, and I think it's that type of fastball that gets up on a hitter and sneaks up on the hitter, and it's got a little bit of extra gear to it.
TJ McKenzie with a pretty big day, his first homer of his career. I mean, you talk about tough day to hit, but he didn't have a problem with that one. That one kept carrying. What did you think of him?
No, just glad he got an opportunity to play. He made good use of it. I thought he contained his emotions really well. That particular ball, he just stayed on it. And on a day like today, it just kind of spun that way. I mean, but he hit the ball well. I mean, there wasn't anything. Bradfield hit the hardest ball all day, and that didn't even come close to the warning track. So you can tell how strong kid TJ is, and just being able to use his hands and get that ball out down the right field line.
Davis made a really nice play over at third base tonight. What did you see from him over there?
Steady Eddie. He catches the ball. He's fun to hit ground balls too. The ball doesn't fall out of his glove, and kids like that, he's very alert. He's just on everything. That's the kind of kid he is. He's really consistent in everything that he does.
It's been just kind of a revolving door at first, and I know that's based on other things and wanting to get kids in lineups. But where are you at that spot? Are you just going to continue to try different things?
I think just from an infield standpoint, just putting pieces around outside of, maybe at second base too, but this Tate's been over at first base too. But I just think we have several guys who can play a lot of different positions, and it's so early that I think it gives us the opportunity to play a bunch of guys.
How much has Parker played there, and how comfortable is he there?
He's played there before, played there last year, of course. Plays there in training. He's, I guess he's comfortable as a guy that plays over there 20-30% of the time. But, he's a baseball player, so he picks up things pretty quick, and it's more about just catching the ball and stopping it, and then when it's thrown to you, just make sure it stays in your glove.
Midweek games aren't always the cleanest games. I had some troubles. I mean, even in great weather, this is the kind of day where you see mistakes and stuff. You guys had a cleanly pitched game, a cleanly fielded game. Pretty good to the plate. How happy are you that in a day like this?
Yeah, I'm happy for the players. I'm happy that they played that way. They were very clean. They took care of the ball. They didn't try to do anything too risky. A couple double plays. Handled tough ground balls, strikes. It got us into the dugout quick. On a day like today, if you can do that, that's probably the first step to having some type of consistency and success.
You were supposed to play 18 innings of baseball midweek. You played 6. What was your pitching plan going to look like that maybe we didn't see?
Yeah, more guys were going to pitch. But you know what? It didn't happen that way. So we'll just regroup and figure out a way that we can get them out there at some point in time. But I think the basic thing is just putting our team in a position where we can be successful and win a game.
Thanks, Tim.
Yeah, okay.